has been left in charge has explained to you that everything has been going well, and the people have been waiting for your return. The farmlands have been constantly growing, and they are awaiting your next instruction. The time now, fortunately, is the beginning of the day, and with the surge of energy after defeating Furuk Hazad, you feel no need to sleep. You're standing for the first time in quite a while on an open grass field with fresh air blowing onto your face and the warmth of the sun just above you. It feels quite good to be back home. People are just walking around staring at you, smiling. What do you do?
Oh. We got the third stone. We should,
Yes, which
uh,
is eh?
yeah, we should, but we have no clue on the fourth one whatsoever.
Uh, the one we got, is it the... yeah, it is the third stone, yep. Oh no.
Are any people coming towards us?
Not directly. They're sort of circling around you. They kind of know who you are as they're the villagers. There are some fresh faces that have been recruited, but generally no one's approaching you aside from Tyler, your steward. I don't remember his name.
What's his
Uh,
name again?
Tyler,
Lester.
Tyler
Lester,
now.
Lester. Um,
Lester?
yeah.
Lester.
DM, wait, did we the one that we got from Huruk Hazard, was that the second or the third?
Third.
Third.
Second one we got from the priest
Yeah, the
a
priest.
while ago.
Alright. So the items are the one that we got. Oh no, my bad. I'm sorry. The circlet is the four pieces itself, right?
Mhm. So
We
you
have
have three
to.
Yep.
gemstones.
That
The
make
fourth one will lead you to the circlet, and the
yeah.
circlet will lead you to the next artifact, and then to the next artifact.
Yeah.
At least that's
Okay.
what you've been told.
Yeah, yeah. I mistaken. I was thinking like the circlet is the one item. So no, it's not.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. So we have to. We don't have to rest apparently. Uh.
As I see Lester like coming towards them, I'm a guest here, so I'm gonna take that as a good enough excuse for me to just dip and go in my lab. Because
Oh.
I have a sword to attune to and very powerful silver dust to analyze. That might be helpful if we can learn how to use it. So I dip.
All right.
I will be walking.
Um. Yeah, hello, Lester. We
Uh,
are back.
I'm glad to see you back. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
The town seems to be doing really well, but we may have to leave again very soon.
Oh, right away? I thought you just came back. I was happy to see you and probably take you out a tour of things we've improved. The windmill works now, by the way,
Oh.
and we've
All
been working
right.
hard. And as he points over there, you can see that he's developed some form of muscle from all the labor. Like,
Wow.
yeah, he's
Damn.
jacked now, actually. The
Damn.
and we've
He
also been
grew
working on
some.
the fence and the farm plot, so we expanded that as well.
How about the people? I look around. There looks to be more people than before, right?
That's right. We only originally had about 4 or 5 families, rounding up to about 75 people, but we found some strays that needed a place to stay, so we're at about 225 now.
225 people in Shadowvale
That's right.
now. Wow. They
That's right.
all have enough places to sleep.
We've actually made some huts, so if you look over there,
Yeah.
the plot here grows the plants really quickly, especially wheat. So we've been able to haystack some of them, make some sticks and some huts off to the side. And you see there are some more primitive huts coming off like further away near the well, but yeah.
That is actually very amazing work that you've done. I'm very proud of you. Thank you, Lester.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been taking care of us. It's the least we can do.
I suppose the dwarfs are also fine.
That's right. Actually, I believe one of the dwarves, I forgot his name, some type of dwarven, was actually telling me to look for you when you can because he found something down there.
Oh. I looked through fridges. Like, sh do we?
Yeah.
Well, since he did not, since he told you to, did it look like it's urgent?
Not quite. He did look quite happy about it. The dwarf smiled, if you believe it or not. Like, I actually saw his white teeth. Well, they weren't white, but I saw his teeth past his
All right.
burly beard.
I guess we can probably take our time
Pay
to,
them a visit. Yeah.
yeah, and inform Ragnar if he's interested to go down as well.
Um,
Otherwise, we can just go on our own.
Actually, I know it's just been quite a quick time, but if ever you guys travel down to the dwarves, maybe convince them that they eat 3 times more than any of us. So the small group is actually running through quite a lot. I'm not complaining; they're quite hard workers, but maybe find a way to either give us more offset to get more food,
Oh,
because they eat like 3 families worth per person, honestly.
I'm
And
like,
that's an
Damn.
exaggeration. You
I'm
can
like,
tell it's an
where
exaggeration,
where
but
is
yeah.
Enderal when you need her?
Yeah, where's Ender when you need her?
Oh, we'll try and see they whether they might actually have a food problem or not. Yes.
All right, well, I'll just be here. I'll walk around and I'll keep them safe. But if you ever need anything, please, I'll be happy. It's an honor to help you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and giving us a home.
Good day, Lester. Bye bye.
I know before out of character that his voice was a lot higher, but I don't remember how to do it. So let's pretend like as he worked out, his balls also dropped, and now he has a deeper voice.
Yeah, he become macho now.
Yeah,
His
he
voice
became
goes
macho now.
deeper.
Yeah, yeah.
Steroids. He found
Steroid
Tariq's
plants.
stash.
That's
he
right.
found he found it deep in the underground. I think we should grab Ragnar because I think he's a greater negotiator than both of us combined.
That is true. Also, I'm sure he might have some very good inputs as well.
Yeah.
All right.
We drag
Quick
him
note.
from a tuning. It's like,
Like I
leave that
went
thing
into
down.
went into the mansion and then knock knock.
DM, by the way, I don't have the
What?
shield of Furukhazad.
Oh, let me check that out. It should be there.
As you knock, like the door opens because I didn't close it yet. There's no fumes yet. I'm just like in front of my
Alembic.
alchemical settings.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like looking
Hey.
everywhere to see there's no dust, no contamination. There's a bit of smoke, but it's just vapor. I'm cleaning it. I was preparing to do a lot of experiments.
Hey, are you
What?
free? We I think the dwarfs find something that may be of interest to all of us, and I talked to Lisbeth, and we've come to an agreement that you are a greater negotiator, and the dwarves can be a tough nut to crack. So, mind coming with us? Or if you're busy, then it's fine. We can work
Yeah,
things
just,
out.
just give me 5 minutes. I'm turning it. Yeah, just give me 5 minutes. Oh, wait, don't you have magics to clean?
Yeah. Okay.
Magics to.
Well,
Oh
Yeah.
right, you
Lisbeth,
want?
there you know.
Yeah. You want me to
that could
clean
save
stuff?
me a lot of time, and we can just go
Okay.
afterwards.
Prestidigitation. Bust
Oh.
into the room. Prestidigitation.
Finger gun left and right.
Not this, not this. It's not dirt. It's samples. Stop.
Okay. 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 What kind of cleaning magic would you like if it's not that?
Just precipitation, but not this part.
Oh, right, right. Okay, so which part like do you want me to clean? Also,
Just
this room
just
is really dusty.
yes, it's fine. But I don't know if you like bonked your mic or something, but when you talk, there's a huge.
Oh, I think it's the rain. Let me.
Oh.
Oh well, you can't do
Shit,
anything about that. What are you gonna do?
it's
Like, stop raining.
it doesn't rain like that in France, damn.
Beep. I'll
Yeah,
be
that's a
back in a bit.
typhoon season here.
Oh, okay.
No rain in my area, so it might be that you.
Yeah. While they're doing that, DM, I'll just go upstairs and put whatever stuff I'm carrying down first.
Okay. I think the item is ready. It's called Furukazad's Shield.
Okay.
Let me copy paste it onto the Discord. Turns out I didn't name it right, so that's probably why you couldn't
Ah,
find it.
okay. So do I look for it in the manage inventory or are you putting it
Yeah.
in?
Now
Alright.
you can go try looking for it.
Oh, I'll
Well,
help Ragnar clean his desk.
Okay.
yeah, just the beacons, yes. Okay,
Oh,
it's fine.
okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I put the different pouches I have in like on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Did you sleep in here as well? But I didn't really realize.
Yeah, of course. I'm a simple guest. I'm gonna take multiple rooms.
You're not a guest really. You're practically an owner of this place.
Practically yes, but I am not. It's everything the details.
Okay. I'll go fetch Lisbeth. Lisbeth.
DM, just to
Yeah.
clarify for this one, it says armor class +2. I have +1 bonus to AC. Do I need to fix something in that so it says +3?
Yeah, no, it'll work as is.
Okay.
So it's a +1 shield. It gives you advantage on all magical effect saves,
Okay.
and you get reflect.
Alright. Because my
Yeesh.
initial shield is also a +2. So that's why I was
Oh,
thinking it
this
shouldn't.
one's a plus. This
Y-
one's a +1 shield, so it should give you a bonus of total of 3 AC.
Yeah. So it still gives 2. Oh, no,
Yeah.
wait.
It. I think it will
Might
work
not.
Probably
Might
automatically.
not.
attune. Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine now. I've attuned.
Yeah.
Alright.
You have to attune to it first.
I guess it's not attuned to yet. Because we ran away.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll attune to it later tonight. Okay, sorry about that.
Oh,
Yes,
I attuned to
so
it
you look
already.
for.
Quick note, so the GM knows. After last session when you left,
Mm-hmm.
now Ragnar's gonna go with Twilight's Flame,
Mm-hmm.
and for now he'll lend his Sunblade to Lisbeth.
Oh,
'Cause
sure.
What? You
Sure.
sent what to Elizabeth?
Yeah, my
Sunblade.
sword.
Oh, right, the Sunblade. Thank you.
Yeah, Sunblade. Yeah, you have it for now.
Yeah.
Jedi
It's
gang.
lending because it's not mine, like my organizations. Don't lose it.
You're ready now, my Padawan. Your first lightsaber.
Yeah, I'm thinking of leaving my what do you call that? The battle axe to Lester now that he has some muscles.
You can certainly do so if you'd
Yeah,
like.
but probably not right now. So I'll just leave everything in my room first.
Okay.
Totem of like to show other people that he's in charge has a magical item.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just bring my I'll just equip on myself my normal warhammer.
Okay. All right. Okay. You've gotten through your equipment. You've prepared yourself. You realize you are not yet attuned. So for Frigis, it felt like you made a connection with a rogue, but after teleporting, you haven't been able to do it again. So you have to. It's like one of those
Ah.
moments where it works, and then I have to go through a character arc before it
Al-
works.
always
again.
more-
Okay.
It's
Okay,
always
so I'm
most
not
powerful the
attuned
first
to
time
it
you
yet.
use it.
Okay, I'm not
It's
attuned
like
to it yet.
Exodia from Yu-Gi-Oh. Now you
Obliterate.
it's still on you. You can still feel that there's a lot of arcane prowess in that armor, but a lot of it you don't understand. So you'd have to find some time to tune to it before you can really make sense of
Okay.
it.
So it's on me for now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
After gathering all your equipment, you are now by the main entrance onto the mansion. What do you do?
Wait,
To the dwarves.
we are
No, like
fully
in the
healed.
mansion first.
We are fully healed, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
You will
Alright.
travel to the dwarves now.
I follow them, and I hope we're not going to fight because I have a int and advantage on int checks mutagen, so I didn't get the strength.
Yeah, I hope we're not fighting too because I'm just bringing a normal war axe. But at least I
All right.
can use magic weapon on it.
I mean, you have my sword on you. It's just a
No,
handle.
no, no. I put it away. I don't want
Oh.
to appear too fancy with stuff and rich in front of the dwarves. For
It's
some
just a
reason.
handle. You can hide it in your bag.
Oh, right.
It's that big if you don't activate it.
All right. I forgot. It's like a lightsaber.
It's a lightsaber, yeah.
Yeah, it's like pocket knife size.
Yeah.
Does it even have a guard?
All right. I'll have it in my pocket then.
Okay.
Leather belt. Wow.
That's right. I like inventory management. So
Yeah.
you gather all yourselves with your new equipment. You prepare yourselves. You don the armor that you're going to be using. You head towards the area where the dwarves is, which is an old, what looks like a chapel-like system. And underneath it, as you enter it, you can see that it's been completely cleaned. Your teleportation circle is still fully functional. It has a small pedestal that uh, accepts like alchemical exchange. Sorry, chemical exchanges. So, like for example, you need to teleport somewhere, you need something of equal value to cover the cost. Where gold and silver is actually a catalyst for a lot of the magic here in this world. But jewel stones are also known to do the same thing. It's been beautiful. You can see now that there's like a on the side of the wall. There's like this completely forgot what it's called. Like the multicolored glass pane you find in Catholic
Oh, the
churches.
stained glass.
Stained glass, yeah. It's got stained glass coming through, and the light pierced down to the teleportation circle. And just before the teleportation circle, the latches that were originally broken from when Ragnar tried to pull it the first time has now also been repaired. However, as soon as you enter, you begin to feel the vibration onto the floor as if there's something that's moving underneath you. And as soon as you come closer, the latches automatically go, and there's a staircase that leads down to the dwarves. It looks like they've done some tidying up while you were gone.
We weren't away that long, right?
Almost a month.
Since when they made it
Wow.
automatic?
They are really something. Oh,
I mean, these are dwarves after all.
Well,
I guess that's...
I'm guessing it's mechanical. It's not arcane.
It's not arcane.
Yeah. Well, if they didn't mention that and they said there's something interesting, and now we have to see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Walk downstairs. Do.
Okay. Uh, you follow them downstairs. You start walking downstairs, and from here you hear this loud daga 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 sound. It's almost as if there's a beat that's going on. And after going through the first entrance and you go through the pathways you've originally remembered, you can see that the support beams that were originally old and musty have been replaced. But instead of the old wooden ones that were originally there, you can see now it's made out of iron and steel with rivets attached onto the ceiling. You also go deeper in and you find that there's even more of this sound, and you see that there were these uh, ore deposits that were here. One side would be tin, the other side would be copper, and they're all just mining away. Part of the sound is the dwarves working in sync. It's like the Japanese when they make their mochi bread, where it's like tak 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 tak, where they're all in sequence on mining the thing, and it
Oh,
works
yeah.
really really quickly. But that's not the only source of the sound. As soon as you come in, they sort of look at you and they have all this like soot and grime onto their bodies and just tank tops essentially. They wipe the sweat off their brow and they don't even mention, they just point you towards the direction that leads towards the throne room. And from there, there's now this beautiful giant door. It was there originally. It had a writing, but now it's been like cleaned up pretty much.
They've done this in a month.
Like you said, they're very hard workers. All right.
I mean, if this is the quality of work they can acquire, I don't mind they eat like th- three 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 households worth of food if they can put this thing off.
I probably will check again with Lester to see if they contributed to anything else up
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Well, if there's a food problem, since they're here to stay, seems like you just have to find a way to give them more food.
Yes.
You're not gonna make them starve, are you?
No, definitely not. But yeah. Oh,
The
Into
door is
the
still
throne
there.
room.
They pointed towards it, but it's not open. It leads towards the throne room where you fought that gigantic creature with a gem on its forehead.
Is it closed?
It's closed, and they pretty much gestured you towards that door.
I'm gonna knock on it.
Okay. As you knock on it, duk, 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 it echoes all throughout the doorway, all throughout the hall, and it opens about a couple of seconds after, and it's heavy and it scrapes against the floor, going. You see one of the dwarves pulling it off onto the other side, and from here, you can immediately see and feel that there's a lot of heat coming from this room. There's a lot of light dancing around the hallways, the shadows. There's this orange burn into the walls and shadows just flickering and dancing. And the throne room has been converted into what looks like almost an engine room. And you see chains hanging from the ceiling and like a conveyor belt running through an area as well. It doesn't take a long time before, as you enter this doorway, the old elder dwarf, which I lost his name because I lost all my notes in the last wipe. We'll call him Durin now.
Oh,
uh,
Durin,
yeah, because Lord of the
Lord
Rings.
of the
Let's just
Rings.
call him Durin. Durin is here and he was,
um,
old friend.
his name is Glorindat Mine Brewer.
Glorindat, yes. Thank you. We'll call him Glorindat.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
That was 15
Glorindat.
sessions ago.
In that mine
16.
brewer,
Yeah,
leader of the
Glorindat, my
Duragard
man.
from 500 years ago.
That's good. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Glorindat is here, and he welcomes you like, welcome, old friend.
Hello.
Greetings.
You
We've
like
heard.
new home?
Yeah, yeah. We've been gone for only a month, and this is what you can do. It's really impressive.
Aye, this is nothing. We had to adjust ourselves to the new technologies of this world. Thank you for the assistance that you've provided us. That character upstairs, that Jimmy, he
Lester.
provided, whatever his name is, Scroniger. He provided us with a lot of books from the modern world, and we understand now that we can create all this machinery. Quite a feat, and I have something to show you. How long have you been far away?
A month,
Has it really
more or
been
less.
that? Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter.
That
Yeah.
implies
I
when you're
found-
busy.
Yes. We've been happy working away at the mines for how long was it? 600, 500 years ago? But we're glad to get back to work, and we're quite happy with all the advancements, and we've been playing with a bit of our toys since you've been gone.
That's
But-
really good.
That's not exactly why I asked Jimmy to call you. We
Right?
found one thing here, and he gestures you closer, and you go through a hallway if you'd follow him. He beckons you closer.
I whispered to Lisbeth he means Lester, but I don't think he puts any effort into remember his name, so he
That's
calls him
alright.
Jimmy.
That's alright. We can call him. I will inform Lester, and hopefully he will accept that nickname as a sort of
in
Oh,
terms of
like,
endearment.
no, it's like a rank. He's the town Jimmy.
Right. Okay.
Right.
You follow him across this hallway, and you can see definitely that they've worked on a few things. One of the most interesting things that you notice as you're following him is in one room, there's this giant furnace that sort of like pours the molten lava into a mold. And one of the dwarves grabs the mold off onto the ground and lifts it high in the sky. And there's these two hammers that come from the ceiling. They go pink, pink, shapes it into a square, and puts it back down and continues to shape it.
Is it
It looks
i- are there new rooms or is it the old deposits that were consumed?
no past that. They've made new holes, new rooms.
Shit.
Mm,
They be
Uh,
working.
Yeah.
sheesh.
there's only like 30 of them too, so
Yeah.
they
Would
work hard.
deserve.
Yeah.
They need even
They
more.
they go through that area. You go through that area, and while you're walking, he's like, "So where have you been anyway?"
Um,
Oh.
Quite a long
hell,
ways from here.
Oh
Mm,
yeah, hell. Right.
the
How could we forget?
hell.
the swamp, uh, the sea,
City of
port,
The
corruption.
mines.
mines.
All right. Feels like you've had quite an adventure then.
Yeah. Also memories of Angel.
Mm. Are you sure
Uh,
you're all right, friend?
We just made
don't,
it
don't
back.
worry about her.
It'll take us a bit to catch up
Mm,
our breath,
I see.
but that's all right.
And where's your leader? The woman who's been taking care of us this whole
She
time.
um she has left for some family business,
Mm,
but do not worry about her. She would be fine.
I understand. Family comes first. It's unfortunate she's no longer with you, but nevertheless, as you can see, we've made quite a few advancements, and we owe quite a great deal towards you. And we might have gotten off to the wrong start at the beginning, but we'd like to at least offer you our thanks. Now, with the books that Jimmy has provided us, we've been learning quite a bit, and it seems that we're quite fortunate as well to have been born in this land with copper and tin so close together. We easily can provide you with a great surplus of iron should you need it. But even more interesting, we found something deeper down the shaft, and we'd like to offer it to you as tribute for the first time you've provided help for us. And he opens like a doorway that's just in front of him. He's been leading you throughout this hallway the entire time, and he stops in front of this door. And the door is just human size. It's not big like the one in the throne room. And from here, you could sense that it's cooler compared to when you were in the what is now an engine room. He pushes it aside, and from here, there's this gleaming light that glows through you.
Gleaming light.
Please, this is our treasure. And it opens up into like a 30-foot diameter sphere of a room, and peering off against the walls, just literally growing diamonds. We'd like to offer you at least 4 giant stones of these diamonds, and if you are to purchase more of it, we'd offer it you with a great price. As long as you maintain your agreement to feed us.
How much is this artist worth? I'm sorry, but I don't deal in gemstones, so
The
it is quite. I'm quite awed and grateful at your gesture.
as he grabs like literally just a piece off the wall and just tink and tosses it to you. It's about the size of my face, the one stone. So like it's
Ah.
barely fitting into one hand. And he explains like that'll probably catch you around, I don't know now, but before it cost you around 750 gold pieces.
Each?
That's right.
Oh,
This is heavy.
He gives you 4 of them total.
We have like around
For
3,000 worth of.
large
yeah.
diamonds, around 700 to 800 each.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, is he like handing it to us like in a in a casing or just
Not at all. He
tossing?
grabbed it and tossed it. That's all he did.
Okay, I grab and like yeah.
It needs a bit of polish for it to really be considered like fancy jewelry, but even on its own, it's gleaming, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
A little bit of
I
fog in the inside though.
my heart falls a bit again because I just remembered like our jewelry boy who died. Oh well.
Yeah.
Gems.
I wrote
Oh.
this arc for him, TBH.
Oh.
Ah.
We're supposed to come back with all of the dwarves dead. Just him with a armor made of diamonds.
We're not that sadistic.
Uh, okay, yeah, yeah, I guess I grab and just put it inside the pack first. I
I
will, yeah, we will figure out how to deal with this thing later.
I hand it to Ragnar because it's too heavy.
I give it to Lisbeth because she's already packing them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad there wasn't any um, negotiation needed. But now that that's done, uh, if you don't have anything else to show us, maybe you could show me all of your engines, because I not I don't think I've seen much of ventilation. Basically, I'm gonna do like my since I'm like an expert in alchemy and like fumes, I guess.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do a full sweep
Okay.
of their machines to see that they are not poisoning themselves. There's an
Okay.
out,
All right.
and
All right.
I,
Okay.
I'm gonna be a safety inspector for the afternoon,
All
for
right.
the day.
Okay. Okay. You're here. He shows you pretty much two other rooms after that. They're similar to the ones that you saw originally, but the other two are smaller than the ones in the throne room. There's absolutely no ventilation. Probably takes you 30 minutes to visit all the other rooms. And now Frigis and Lisbeth are beginning to feel like a thickness in their throat from all the fumes they're inhaling. But it's not enough to poison you yet, but you feel like it's definitely like staying hanging out for too long with a group of people who smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like they chain smoke the entire time for 30 minutes and they
It's
blow it
hard
onto
to
your face.
breathe. Oh, that's the worst feeling.
Yes, that's what I thought. I just look at like Frigis just like. Yes. We need to do some work on ventilation.
What
Uh,
for?
so you can
Oh,
work
right.
better. You'll be more efficient if the blood flow is better.
Oh well, quite hardy people. We can handle the poison. And you can see like some symptoms of the like veins popping from the side.
All right.
They're resistant to it, but they're not immune to it.
Yeah, that's why I try to word it in a way that would make it seem
Mm,
like it's for them to work more,
mm,
because
mm.
that might convince them.
Mm.
Still, uh, if you want people to visit you, and the fact that you resist it doesn't mean that it doesn't affect you, as I think you can tell. So,
Mhm.
uh, is any of you an expert on finding the soft spot in Earth? And basically, I'm gonna like go on with the logistics of making
Yeah.
working openings,
Ventilation.
Okay. He basically
ventilation.
explains all of them are experts when it comes to stonework and metalwork.
Yeah, I'm 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 guessing Frigus and Lisbeth have better things to do and don't want to die of poisoning. So I'm just gonna spend my day doing that.
Hmm.
Okay.
And if at any point him and other like um, higher ups, I
Mhm.
guess, like reunite with me around them,
Mhm.
I will try to show them the silver powder if they know about it.
Okay. Is this the silver powder you found from like
From
the
the
old
giant.
one with like the stat? Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
elder powder then.
Yes, the elder.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'll,
Okay.
then I'll leave Ragnarok to it, and I'll leave the room.
Uh-huh. What about Lisbeth?
I will follow Fridges.
All right. Lisbeth and Frigis eventually go upstairs while Ragnar stays behind to talk to the dwarves regarding all the improvements that would be needed and all that. Uh, it looks like you've been talking mostly to one guy for most of the day for probably about the first 5 hours.
Hmm.
During the first 5 hours, what does Frigis and Lisbeth do?
Actually, before I go out, like where I was there in the mines,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just try to stop by and chat with a few of the dwarfs and
Mm-hmm.
ask them um how have they been? Have they been eating well? Was there
Mm-hmm.
anything that particularly made them happy so far?
Mm, okay. Uh, it doesn't require a roll, but it's definitely something that you're not used to. The dwarves are talking
Yep,
quite differently compared
yep.
to most humans. They're also more agit. They don't like the pleasantries. They go straight to the point all the time. But basically, one of them says, "Hey, Jimmy's been providing us with very bad food. Tastes basically like nothing. Reminds me of the food of the elves. Afraid of all them spices. But practically it's been enough. We've been happy working again, but the food could be a lot better.
Okay. So you mean in terms of the taste, the spice is a bit too mild. Okay. Do
Not
any
mild, it tastes like nothing. I can grab the salt from this wall and really it tastes a lot better.
I see. Do any of you particularly used to be the cook down here?
Oh,
Yes,
no.
you used to
We just
live.
eat everything as it is.
Okay. All right.
Probably what
What do
this
you
cooking
actually get?
process of yours, whatever it is, it's taking away all the flavor from your beautiful food.
Oh,
Probably try not cooking then.
I see. What do you guys used to get for food down here? I mean, you have been working non-stop in the
Jim's
mines.
been providing us with food, but before that, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, there used to be mushrooms that grew on the
I
sides of
see,
these walls.
mushrooms. Interesting.
But they're no longer here for some reason. I'm assuming your kind must have destroyed it, or probably cooked it and destroyed it. That's most
Maybe
likely what they did.
maybe we'll try to look into if we can repopulate the mushrooms. That sounds really interesting as a delicacy.
Probably. Although I don't know, I haven't seen one in a while. We've scavenged through multiple beams in the mines now, and I haven't seen a single damn mushroom. But we at least we're surviving to what you people call bread. What's bread?
Okay,
Honestly,
It's
just
so you prefer raw food. All right.
not raw, perfect food. And this guy's particularly aggressive, and he looks like he's really upset with
Yeah.
everything. And
Well, if any of you know how to handle food well, perhaps you would be able to show us, and we would really love that to be able to exchange some culture and understand your food. But yeah, you talk among yourselves next time.
all right, just probably bring us some food without cooking it, and I'll show you how to prepare a hearty meal.
Okay. All right. But yeah,
Lisbeth. I think the mushrooms die when they work because mushrooms need moisture and it's a lot of heat down there. I think they might have killed us themselves.
do
Make a
you
nature
say
check
this in
while you
front of
say
them?
this.
Nature
Yeah.
There aren't any mushrooms when they were
Yeah.
still stone.
Yep.
18.
It's a leading theory. It's not something you can prove, but you also do remember like there were no mushrooms when you came in. Whether it's a change of temperature or something else, you're not quite sure.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But yeah, Elizabeth was thinking like maybe we can research what is this mushroom and perhaps we can have an area that they can cultivate it, grow it back or so.
Hmm. I'm trying to remember in Are there any great libraries left in the world?
Make a history check.
One that hasn't burned down?
All of
Come
them
on,
without
14.
mages around. Should be
Mm,
fine.
Come on.
It's a +10, so that's at least good.
hold on.
But it's a
Uh,
14.
hold on.
I mean, it's just one less than a good success, which is 15.
Hold on. I have that here. Don't remember where to
Oh.
get it. Bruh, hold on. Keep talking about what you wanna.
Okay. Those our spell slots been replenished as well.
Sorry. Yes, spell slot. It's basically like you took
Yeah,
a long
long
rest.
rest, right? I
Okay.
just clicked long rest.
Oh no, but I think I used the 7th level spells after we got the long rest.
Oh, you mean to teleport? Ah.
Because here's the plan. I want to locate the 4th gem, but we have no leads. So I plan to teleport to some other some other libraries. Yes, some other libraries, hoping we would find some information about the fourth gemstones and why are there Magic the Gathering lores.
Simic scientist.
To tell you the truth, I was hoping they found the gemstone down here.
Oh, that's fortunate.
Yeah,
I was
oh,
trying.
we were looking for that. Thank you. Let us handle this. Hmm.
This is from Ravnica, right?
I was just trying to show the background feature, which is a researcher.
Mhm.
Like
Ah,
if I don't know where an information, at least I know where to start looking for it.
Okay.
I see.
That's the TLDR. But for some reason, it like sent the whole book.
Okay.
Like, why are there Magic the Gathering lores?
What?
All right. With regards to your history roll, which is relatively low, you know a lot, and then you know that there are still some great libraries that span across all the continents inside here, not just the ones in Goldenvale, but all the other sister 5 continents that are here. But it's hard to tell for sure which ones you know. You also know there are some more unexplored or ungoverned areas that are also sources of information, but they're decentralized, basically giving no alliance to a specific continent. You assume there's a group of like people in separate islands that give like hold arcane lore to themselves very clearly.
What are these islands?
It's hard to remember right now. Like you'd probably have to you hear like passing, like it was probably mentioned in passing in like university, but not really something
Mm,
you would know.
I'll uh, I'll help around the villagers then. Hope.
Uh okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly now they just need help cleaning stuff, and they're also still working on the windmill. There's a lot of dust and cobwebs there, so you could have been fixing it this whole time. Okay.
Meditation.
All right. As Lisbeth spends most of the time talking towards the dwarves argue with you back. The whole process of conversation with them was very difficult because not even a word in, they start shouting at you about like it's all your fault, and just a bunch of angry old men. While the entire time, Bridges, you start helping out in town, and you gather a small group of people admiring your work, and you hear these ooh ah whenever you do your magic and clean up the windmill. For Ragnarok, the entire time, majority of it was just with Glorindat. Uh, and it doesn't take too long until eventually there's a group of 5 other dwarfs who come close to you. They all look pretty much the same. The only difference is the style of their beard. Some like have like two stuff. The other ones have like a triple tog onto the side. The others have like those really big sideways ones. But it's pretty much hard to tell them apart. They're all the same build, same size, same eye color, same facial features, mostly covered by the beard, but you're able to distinguish one from the other based on their beard style. Um, Eventually, five of them do come close to you. They start talking about the vents, and you eventually come up with a system of how they'd have to drill just a little bit upwards to allow the air to escape. You
Basically,
can.
after the first round and the explanation, I would like take a small rock from the ground and
Mhm.
use it to as chalk basically. Just
Mm-mm-mm.
like I do circles,
Mm-hmm.
crosses.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So they once we agreed with them that you don't impair the movement or
Mm.
future expansion, that you do
Okay.
crosses and
Perfect.
yeah,
So like a
boring stuff.
vent system,
Yeah,
like a pipeline. Sure.
yeah. Like
You
drill
you just
here, go up here.
sure. You just finished explaining this to them, and they all are in line with you. It's just not something that they would do to compliment other people very often, but they don't give you any negative comments the whole time you're saying it, which is the biggest compliment they could do. They keep quiet for the most part, and they agree towards the end, as it makes perfect sense to them that you hear this unison of "all right." But now is your chance to show them anything if you wanted to.
Uh, Thank you for your attention and advice. And now recently in our travels we've come across something very old, so I would like some at least try to have your expertise on it. It's arcane dust.
Mm-hmm.
It came from a Giant of Legends. Um, if not, maybe if you've seen something similar or that concentrated in power in maybe in Stoneforge probably. And I'm gonna get the bundle of cloth with one big slash on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
After the slash, I rearranged it a bit
Okay.
again, so it
Okay.
wouldn't have one big opening. And
Sure.
I'm just gonna open the pot and like
Okay.
just take
Uh,
like 2 grams um on my
Palm.
nail, like to show them.
Okay. Uh, you grab like a small sample and you show it onto them, and they
Yeah.
all start shaking their heads, going like, and it looks less confusion, more distaste,
Mhm.
and they basically just utter to you the this is of Arcan nature, friend. Not
Yeah.
exactly our cup of tea, but I can guarantee that this is something old. These are from he just calls them gods because they weren't elder gods to them at that point. And I we don't dabble a lot of that with us. You probably have to find the pointy-eared friend like the one you have over there.
Yeah. It was worth a shot. Yeah, thank you. If you encounter any difficulties drilling because there's habitations nearby or anything, just come wake me up. I can help.
Aye, that will do, I guarantee you.
Thank you.
All right. It doesn't take long until they start getting like molds, and it was a 5 hour process. But towards the end, as you're going out, you could see like almost like a hand crank that they've made already as a somewhat of a tool. It's very crude, but it's a prototype, and it
Mhm.
looks like they're excited to try it out.
Good.
All right. Eventually, you come up. Most of the
Uh,
day has been.
the couple of grams I took, I like very carefully put them back in the
Oh yeah, for sure.
in the thing.
Okay. All right. You eventually go up, and Lisbeth is there also upstairs helping out in the mansion, and you could see Fridges coming down from a day in the village. The time now would be about 4 p.m. roughly, so there's still sunlight, but it's leaning towards the end of the day. And you guys are 100 feet away from the entrance of your household. What else would you like to do?
I would like to try
Uh,
something. So I'll announce to the others. I'll be in my room. Open the door and goes into my room. I, what's the state of my room?
uh, it's repaired, but it looks very bland. It looks like a male fixed your room. So the bed sheets are here, the furniture is here, but there's absolutely no panache into it at all. Like functionality, 0% style.
I mean, it's alright. So, here's what I want to try. Uh, just in case that some other entity
Hmm.
has the position on the dark gem, so I would like to use the gem as a conduit, and I would like to scry by casting a scrying.
Okay. Can you link that real quick?
Yeah, I don't know if this works, but just want to try something. Oh,
In,
oh
in,
wait, yeah, I think I may have to. I may need some components.
in case it matters, I'm gonna ask Lisbeth. Uh, I heard you speak a lot of the dwarves. Is it all good? Do you need any help on that, or
You're muted, Lisbeth, by the way.
yeah, you're muted?
I honestly do not understand. It seems like they're not satisfied with the food that we have. So I was trying to ask, and they said that our food tastes like nothing. So they wanted a stronger taste. And I was thinking maybe they're eating a lot because it they don't feel satisfied. But on the other hand, if we make the food tasty to them, would that just make them eat twice more?
I
I'm
mean,
I'm
so
not
far
even
it seems
sure, to
more
be
than
honest.
worth it. I don't know how much they eat, but if they just pump out 1 diamond per month, it should be worth it,
Perhaps.
considering their size.
But I would
But
probably try to ask Lester to try and get a maybe dwarven cookbook or something and try to see if the guys would like any of those.
that's a good idea. Also, if nothing works, you might try to just put more salt on their food.
Yes.
They're people of the earth, so it's just more minerals. They sweat a lot. They want more
Yes.
taste. Just throw salt at it. It would probably help.
Oh, also, they mentioned there used to be a sort of mushroom that grows under the mines that they used to eat hundreds of years ago, but obviously it's not there anymore. At least I didn't see any. But yeah, I might also try to get Lester to look into that if there's any kind of mushrooms that we could actually propagate in the mines. They might be happy to have like a small plot where they get the food that they used to eat before. Even if it's not the
I
exact same mushrooms, but could be worth looking into. Am I
that's a
people
very good
pleasing too
idea.
much?
No, it's I mean, that's the good way to go about it. Just
Alright,
trying to live with them. That's what cohabitation is about. Because
yes.
generally, what's the problem with shrooms is to find a place on the ground to grow them. But if they want them, they can just make that happen. So
Yes, exactly.
all of you would have to do is like do
S-
some experiment and maybe
and source the
buy the
seeds.
first base
Yes.
and then just plant it and let it grow. I'm not really good with living plants as is, but if you want to a pointer as to where to go, I might have an idea about it.
Ah, okay. But yeah, I'll get Lester to look into those things first. Let him know.
And
Okay.
so, in case it matters, basically, in case something happens to Frigis,
Hmm.
uh, I will also be in my room because I want to go back to the experiment I was
Sure,
starting.
sure, sure, sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ragnar eventually goes back to his room after discussing with Elizabeth. Fridges goes to his room, starts to cast scry, and while this is happening, Elizabeth, what do you do towards the end of your day?
Um, Towards the end of the people in our mansion are preparing food for us, right?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
I think I for the rest of the day I'm just gonna go and help them. I'm going to assume that we haven't made plans to leave the next day yet, have we? No, yeah.
I
So
don't think so.
I'm gonna probably talk to Lester tomorrow, and for the rest of the day I'm gonna help with the kitchen help to see the
Okay,
kind of food that they're cooking and just, try to um be friendly with them again.
okay.
just to make sure everything is okay.
Okay. So, Boom, just to make sure, can you explain again what you're trying to do with Scry so I don't give you a wrong description?
Okay, so scrying only scries on creatures. So
Mhm.
I wanted to
Or
try
locations.
or locations
Yeah.
locations.
Yeah. You can scroll in a location. So
Really?
so that's a cool trick. If you
Oh
want to scry
right.
on someone, but you might fail because they have a save. For example, you want to scry on someone, but they're in their office. You can decide to scry on the office itself. They are not gonna have any saves.
Oh,
So that's
but it has
that's
to
a
be
cool
a
trick.
location you have seen before, right?
Yes, that's specific, but that's a thing.
Mm. But yeah, I want to scry on something that may or may not have possession of the fourth gemstone.
Okay. And you're holding the gemstone, correct?
Yeah, hold it in one hand and do the spells on the other.
Doing the balls meditation when you have like 3 balls and you.
Do you have a focus
Is that
worth
I don't
1,000
think I
gold?
have a focus, so I may have to get one.
Uh, you do know
Do we
jewels
have
and
wait
gold is
holy
focused together.
water? Wait, I as I went to sit down and start casting spells, I realized in the spellbook I need something. Holy water. Run downstairs. Lisbeth, I need some holy water.
As you're down cooking there, and you see that there's a very inexperienced housemaid. They don't cook. They just get water, they boil it, they toss the produce in, and that's it. No seasoning, no nothing. And that's what you've been trying to deal with. You're still muted, by the way, in case you're trying to talk.
Wasn't it better than this before? I know it was a mess when Frigis tried to help them to cook.
There was a woman who cooked that Frigis taught magic,
Oh
and she
shit!
died
Oh
in
no,
the
the guy died.
dungeon.
She didn't die.
No, both of them died. I taught
So
Oh
she
shit.
two
died.
students and they
uh,
died.
basically
Oh shit.
she stopped doing fireball. Now she just made people die. But
They
still by fire.
simultaneously
Why
combust.
throw fire when you can set people on fire?
Yeah. She put an extra step in so we don't
Ah.
accuse her.
All right.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
You can see Fridge just coming down as you're looking at it, and you're still baffled that the lady's just tossing it in. After getting like corn, putting into the hot water, tosses a few potatoes in as well, and she just sits and watches, and you're just sitting there like, how do I start? Like, how do I teach them anything? Until you hear the footsteps coming down, Fridge is there shouting your name. What do you do?
I need holy water! Like a bowl of them.
Okay, well, yeah, I just pat the housekeepers on the back and say like, yes, please continue. I'll go assist Fridges.
Mhm.
And
I,
I leave
I was
and
almost expecting please
figure,
fuck off.
yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with this another time. Yeah, let me see. There is a way to make holy water, but I forgot what was it that need to do.
Make a religion.
think
Wasn't
it's
there a
I think there's a spell.
yeah,
If you spend the same amount in with like silver coins, you make the same amount of holy water or something.
I
It must be.
A cleric or paladin may create holy water by performing a special ritual. The ritual
yeah.
takes 1 hour to perform, uses 25 gold worth of powdered silver, and requires the caster to expend a first level spell slot.
Okay, but it
Of
doesn't
course, this is
actually
scaled down.
say.
This is scaled down in our world, so that's 2.5 GP here.
All right.
Yeah, it's the ceremony spells. It's one of the things you can do with the spell.
Yeah. Yeah. Ceremony. Okay. Is ceremony a level 1 spell?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, yeah, I asked Fridges, why are you in such a hurry? If you need,
I
if you need holy water, I guess I could make some, but could you wait until the morning?
yeah, I can. Yeah,
I'm,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
It's just that just it just comes to me. and the adrenaline forced me to do
Okay.
it, but it's fine.
How
I can wait
many?
till the morning.
How many do you need?
Like a bowl, enough to put my face into it.
Okay. Well, I have 5 silver coins, so I can technically make 2 holy water. But
Uh,
no, wait, powdered silver. Damn, we don't have powdered silver.
for you would know this since you're a cleric.
Hmm.
Instead of it requires a font of holy water. But a font doesn't necessarily have to be big. You can just purify a water with a bigger sacrifice of gold. So even if it's like a cup of water, as long as you spent 1,000 gold worth on it, then it's good to go.
What?
It doesn't have to be like a fountain of water or like a pool of water. I mean, for Frigid specifically to cast the scrying spell, he needs something worth 1,000 gold pieces in value. So if you wanted to use holy to make holy water of that value, you can technically just use more gold to bless it better.
Put all inside. It's like all the
Why is
spice.
scrying so
All the
expensive?
spice in.
Yeah, it doesn't consume it, so it's just the requirement.
Yeah, but why is it so expensive?
I mean, ceremony consumes it.
Yeah.
Ceremony consumes the item, but once Frigis has the item, he can scry all he wants.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Alright.
put one lid on it before it evaporates.
Uh,
Yeah, I guess my experiments can wait. But yeah, do you need any help?
um, I remember Frigis' adventure with food, and I say no.
Are you sure? I mean, it seems like there's an issue.
Yes, but it is unfortunately, I don't think it's something that we need to take on, but we would have to find someone who has more background and knowledge in it. Um, it seems that the dwarfs' distaste in the food that they get is not actually because they're dwarfs.
Yeah, they say that it's as bad as elven food, is he?
No, no, no. Well, I don't know. I've never eaten elven food. But yeah, it seems like our poor friends, I mean,
I
our.
I must tell that elven food is tasty and not as bad as they makes it that as they makes it to be. I can confirm the fact.
Okay. Yeah, DM. If that means I need to use 1,000 gold, or is it
100 for
100
us.
gold?
100 for us.
100 gold worth of silver to make the thing that Frigis wants. I guess since I'm gonna have ceremony, we can also tell Lester if anyone wants to get married, tell them it's tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, that's a great idea.
Hmm.
uh, I wouldn't require a check since it is something your character would know. To get silver powder, you just need to literally grind your coin. It's not like common day coins that's pretty durable.
That makes, yeah.
It's you can literally get a hammer and just tank it until it, or you could just melt it again and then just put it in like a sieve. It'll work as well. It's up to
Okay.
you.
Um,
It's pretty malleable at this point. Silver wasn't that tough.
yeah. Okay, but yeah, it will be tomorrow. I'll tell Frigis to get ready the container and water that he wants. And
Container.
also, yes,
You need a
you
thousand
need
silver coins.
you need to put the silver water in something.
I'll
The
uh,
holy water in
I'll
something.
I'll find a flask then.
Okay.
You also have to find 1,000 silver coins first. So
Oh, 1,000 silver coin is
One
easy.
100 GP, yes, 1,000 silver.
because you can't use the gold, you need the silver.
Yes.
Ah, fuck.
I have 5 silver. It's just unfortunate.
995 to go.
I have 3.
I have 180.
Ah, would it 118 silver coins?
Yeah.
Why do you have so many silver? Ah,
Because that's the new gold. Then you want to tip with gold.
I see.
With that, with our economy, even copper is good. Like you
Yeah.
pay with full meals with copper, as
Mm.
it should be. So
Well,
Oh,
Fridges, if it might be
yeah.
easier for us to go to town and try to do that there or get someone who can do it or buy it
go to the
outright.
bank.
Yeah, put it in the bank. I don't think we have a bank here. We need to.
Oh,
Oh wait, we can go to
but
New Crest Hill.
Yes, that's what I mean. It might be better to go to Newcastle Hill and just buy it outright. If you want, maybe I can send a sending to the merchant and let him know that we would like to be purchasing that.
That would be okay. Yeah. Mm.
Right.
And yeah, is there anything else? Are you alright with that?
Yeah, I'm alright with that. Then I'll be sitting in the dining room waiting for dinner right here.
I go out and look for Lester after all and ask him, have we not been buying any spice or any sort of seasoning?
Yeah, you look for him and you find him eventually. He's still in the middle of the street. It's like, no, ma'am. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people who can make utilize of that. But, uh, a lot of us are simple folk. Get us some corn, boil us some water. Maybe salt if the earth's got it. But generally, corn alone is pretty good. And you can see he's like jagged teeth from all the cobs that he'd been eating. But like,
you have salt.
Yes.
yeah,
Well,
we
I'm
we haven't
afraid.
we haven't spent a lot of money. Actually, we haven't spent any money going back and forth from New Crest Hill. We've had people come in, but none of us have actually gone and come out.
Okay, so you do not actually have anyone who goes up and down regularly. And all
No,
right.
ma'am, not at all.
Oh, but they did go get the whatever animals that I asked to buy, right?
Did you leave money?
Um, I remember before we teleported, I kind of bought some.
Oh, I think you did.
Uh,
Yeah, trying to
I
look for
think
it.
you bought like chicken and maybe
Yes.
something else, like a
Yeah.
cow, maybe for
I
me.
think we bought like shit ton of salt, right?
I don't know about some. Okay, I bought 4 chicken, 2 cows, 5 gold farming tools, that they will go grab. So at least they will have that
They have that,
initially.
yes.
4 chickens and two
Uh,
cows.
there's a fenced-in cow ranch off onto the side, and there's a chicken coop as well.
Okay.
Chicken coop.
All right.
So you don't
Well,
pronounce the P.
Eggs are
Yeah,
perfect with
mhm,
how they cook. They just
okay.
throw the eggs in.
yeah. You should get the eggs, put it in the water, and then it's boiled egg. That's all they need.
Yeah.
No salt.
Okay, well, yeah, I will I tell Lester, well, we will be getting some spice at the very least when we next go to town. It seems
Yes,
like
ma'am.
the Duergars are not the dwarfs. Actually, is calling Duergar dwarfs like being racist?
Not that, ma'am.
Alright, because they are dwarfs. Okay.
This-
It seems like the dwarfs are not satisfied with the food, and that might be why they're eating more than they need to, because they're not satisfied when they bite in.
No,
So,
no, ma'am. I'm quite sure they're never satisfied. They just like to eat a lot. I don't know if they're complaining about the flavor, but if they can eat this much without flavor, they're gonna eat much more when it has flavor.
how much do you consider the amount of food that they eat? Because they are planning to be paying us monthly. Oh
They're
wait, DM,
paying us.
just to make sure, he says that he will give us a diamond a month.
No, he
No.
said he gave you 4 diamonds,
Yep.
and if you want to purchase more, he'll give it to you at a half price.
Mm, okay. But yeah, we no, is he giving us any sort of tributes?
Nope.
And that's the four you got now.
Mm, okay.
It's a
Not in a
one-time thing.
regular scheme. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
one-time thing. It's not. It's not a credit card.
All right.
If we were rich or smart, we would just buy everything, their whole stock every time, and resell it.
Yeah, we could. Technically we could. It's just a matter that because they're diamonds, it's about 2 days away from town. Our people are not very well equipped with uh, an armored caravan.
We can
So,
teleport.
oh yeah, we can. Nice. The only
That's
thing you
pretty
have to do
cool,
is
man. To
sleep.
be
The only thing you have to do is sleep, and then you'll get
No,
it again. No cost, just time.
don't even sleep, just meditate 4 hours.
Oh yeah. uh, but yeah,
Once you get to town, you go straight to an inn. The others can do their shopping.
we
You
would.
stay in the jeweler's shop, you just start floating up.
We
Alright,
do
time to
need
work.
initial money to start it rolling though, which means we might be selling our 4 diamonds.
I
That's
think we
why
should
I said
sell
we
our
could be
4
smart. We
diamonds.
just take a loan at the bank.
Uh,
You ask them how much they have in stock. You go to the bank to take that much. You buy it, you sell the diamonds, you repay the bank, and then from now then on it's a perpetual circle of you having a monopoly on their stock.
mm,
This is too
can I
complicated
can
for
I
me.
put you on that? But yeah, no, since we are giving them food every day, mm, I feel like the discount is not enough
I
unless
think they
would
should.
it be
I think
enough?
they should provide some sort of leisure as a payback to us who give them food. I mean, yeah, sure they work hard, but I don't think it affects the community that much aside from their own.
Yeah. Andrew did talk about a contract that they need the Duergar to pay taxes.
Have they paid taxes?
No,
I
I
remember,
don't
but
think
I don't know about you.
we got anything finalized because he was still talking about it. The Duergar, la la la. Yeah, the last thing I say is that they agree to pay taxes still, as long as the mines is still under their name. Yeah. But I don't think we talk about rates or anything.
Hmm.
Ah, Enderil.
Where are you in here?
Robin as a like out of character, Robin as a person would enjoy monopolizing this. I just
I
know.
know. Uh.
I mean,
Um.
it's very easy. It's like 3 steps. If you want to do it, go
Like
bank, buy,
Yeah.
sell, profit.
profit.
Yeah, but
Sell
like,
back to back.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to do it
that's your taxes.
ourselves technically. Um. But yeah, maybe we can talk to the merchant as well. Either borrow from him as the bank or sell to him.
If you don't want to do it, you can set up a deal with the merchant of
Yeah.
you give him the monopoly, and since it's your land and you're in theory like first in line for the opportunity to basically you will be selling the merchant your right to have the reduced cost and right to have the monopoly on it, which is a real thing in real life. You
Yeah.
just sell him that opportunity, and basically he will be paying you with part of the profits.
You basically sell your proprietorship at a tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would probably be best. Can we
Boom's
assume
on
that
the wrong
we
major for this.
Yeah. Can
I'm a
we
music major, not a business major.
I did accounting and I don't use it because I failed it.
Mm,
That's
Can
Economics first time used in 6 years.
all right.
We use
If
it for a
Ragnar would
fictional
come,
economy.
Yep.
if Ragnar would come to dinner, I would assume that Lisbeth will be bringing this up about the food. But yeah, I guess we would probably be best to go back to Newcrest Hill so we can handle all these discussions and also Frigis's
Crying.
holy water. Yes.
Then if, once at dinner she explains to me the situation, I will basically give her the same explanation I did now because
Mm.
Ragnarok is quite smart and
Yes.
it's literally 4 steps.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I agree with selling the rights to the merchant and also get a cut from it because that would actually unload a lot of
Yeah.
responsibility from us. Plus, this land was given from him anyway, and I think selling to him would kind of like improve our, not to say improve our relationship, but maintain our good relationship with him.
But remember now that Enderud is not here anymore, and you two are the
De facto leaders.
ladies of the land. In economics, you don't do favors. He sold you. He gave you the property. Now it's yours. There's no attachment. You don't own him anything.
Yes, that is
Just
true.
when you discuss the cut, remember that.
I am also hoping that by giving him this contract or so, um, if our land is in danger, he would have a stake in it as well to
Yes,
protect it.
he would.
But would the dwarves be okay with this arrangement?
We
Why
will
not?
just inform that this is our middleman who will be handling the diamonds we purchase.
Yes. You're the one. In theory, you would be the one purchasing.
Mm.
The name on the contract would be yours, but you will have no part in it physically. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus, it means the dwarves don't actually have to go find elsewhere to sell. They don't have to leave their mine.
That would give you and them convenience, and the merchant would have the biggest part of the profit for actually doing the work
Hmm.
of the selling part, not the mining part. That's still the dwarf.
Yes. If we can cover at least like twice or three times, and honestly, I would rather cover 5 times the amount they eat. That would probably be very good already.
If you really want to set that up, you can, as part of the agreement, instead of just money and then having you deal with the food
Mhm.
later, you just make the food and spice and salt part in the contract itself.
Yes,
That
I,
way he pays you in food, spice, salt, and
and money.
money.
Yes, that does sound very good. I was actually thinking that every time they come to get the material, the diamonds, they could also carry for us spice and salt. So to put it in the part of the contract is probably going to be very good. What do you think, Frigis? Person who cooks with
Yeah,
not
what
no
you
salt.
said. I'm
Ah,
sorry, I was just
yeah.
blanking out of all the business talk. For 200 years, I never had to worry about business before, and now
Yeah.
there's this plan, and now we're the leaders, and I've never been a leader of anything in my entire life, so
Yeah, you two
yeah.
are nobles now.
Speaking of nobles, we probably need someone of better quality to do the cooking around here. At least someone who can teach. I think the next I might ask for Lord Gillingham if he has someone who we can pay for that.
Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay.
Basically, Elizabeth wants to find someone who, yeah, can be like a head chef in the manor.
You want to set up a canteen that could serve as the food makers once you're here, right?
Yes. And I think giving the people who live here better food is also gonna boost their morale.
Hmm.
Okay.
As we eat the same dishes that Ender would have made, is just boiling shit.
Oh well.
But yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go find Lord Gillingham. Do you guys want to go to New Crest Hill tomorrow? Do you still want to stay around um
I'll
the manor
I
for
have
a
to
bit?
go. I'll escort you to the New Hill by teleporting.
I will also come to try to scout for any ingredients, help you with research, the contract you're trying to set up, and what time is it?
Now,
You mean like in the world? It's about
Yes.
2 p.m.
Okay, I'm gonna like finish really fast the things we have in front of us since it's bored. Just take the plate up. Because I still haven't started my experiment. Let's say before cooking, eating. I would have just have the time to attune. As I was attuning, I used that as a meditation
Hmm.
because the powder is too valuable to do all of the experiment you like
Hmm.
want to do
Hmm.
with it.
Hmm.
So as I was meditating, I was trying to just pinpoint the most efficient experiments I could do on it.
Okay.
It's like the fewer experiment for the most info possible.
Okay. Actually, did I tell you how much powder you got last time?
Uh, 15 pounds,
Okay. If you were to use a
and I
pound,
used one pinch to try to save the angel and it failed.
okay. Well, we'll just count it as nothing, practically.
Okay.
Uh, if you were to use 2 pounds of this in an experiment, you can. If you've seen the invention trait that I put up, it'll let you do that. Pretty much the reverse engineer what it could be, what could be done with it, and all
No, I will not.
that.
I will. I will not spend 30% of omega valuable powder just to know what it is.
Yeah.
I will research that with books if I need to.
All right. No, but just to clarify, that would be 2 pounds one time, and you can continuously experiment that for
Yeah,
a long time.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just
No.
giving you the idea, just so you're sure.
Yeah. No, at most I'm trying to spend like one pinch.
Okay, now, yeah, definitely
Yeah,
more than
yeah,
that.
yeah. I need real experts on that and research.
Mhm. Okay.
I'll be from now on I'll be added to the usual things I will be looking for, which is ingredients,
Mhm.
recipes. I will also be looking for that, which
Mhm.
I mean it's kind of the same thing. It's like recipes,
Of course, yeah.
but also I'm guessing since it's so old and valuable,
Mhm.
there'll be like theory books about it. That
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But like while we were eating, was Frigis, were you also looking to search for some info?
info
Yeah.
regarding
No, you
gem.
you were wondering about bibliotheques, right? Libraries.
Oh yeah, right. But I think the only library in New Hill got burned down. It's the
Mm,
university, and yeah, we all know what happened to it.
yeah. If the libraries were not linked to any magical activities, they should be fine. Once we're in New Crusade, I can help you look for the closest
Oh,
ones.
yeah, you see, the libraries are in the university, and it's the University of Mages.
Yeah, I know. That's why this one burned, but libraries are
I
not reserved
see.
for arcane schools.
Yeah. There
I
might be.
see. Yeah,
Oh yeah, they might be. I don't know how knowledge is divided in
Yeah.
in the
this world.
city. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As you all left to your own devices, you also handled a lot of your equipment here as to what you would be doing, especially handling the efforts of the dwarves, you've decided that tomorrow you'll be traveling towards New Crest Hill, and that you are now also all attuned to your equipment. Frigis with the robes of Furukazad, and now Lisbeth with the Furukazad's shield, and also Twilight for Ragnarok. And you all begin to realize that these are great artifacts that were not just like strong weapons that you can use in real life, but these were also fought between the great cataclysmic war between the gods. And you now have them with you, ready to fight off whatever is there. You do have a form of respite here now, as you're enjoying a night for the first time sleeping on a proper bed, which you haven't had since you've been traveling from here to New Crest Hill to Heinfeld to the swamps to Taruga to Hell, and then back to Taruga to the mine, and now back here. So it's been quite a long journey for you, and you much appreciate the ability to be able to have a long rest here without much issue. I'm gonna ask you guys this out of character. Would you guys like to continue for 30 more minutes, or would you like to end it here because this is a good ending point? You might run out of time later.
I don't mind
Uh,
either way, but I just want to make a point in case I forget later on. When we pitch the diamonds to the merchant, I want him to try to use the name like Mine Brewer Diamonds. So it has the Mine Brewer name. It might make the Duergars a bit more happy to sell it that way. But yeah.
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to continue tonight the session, or do you want to save it for next session?
I can continue. I can continue. Yes.
Yeah, I can too.
Elizabeth,
Yep,
GG.
okay.
All right. Then you all awaken the next day at about 8 a.m., and you feel that the wind is quite calm. It's a cloudy morning. Usually you would have the sun up at around 8 a.m. now, but there you can see that most of the clouds are covering it. Still illuminating the land, but a little bit more gray. You all meet at the table for brevity, as you have even more soup from last night prepared to you today, and it really is quite bland. There's some small notes of flavor from the natural sweetness of the produce that you have, but even the drink that's been prepared for you, which is like some form of barley tea, it's just not pleasant. It's not revolting, but it's just not pleasant. And you now have the whole day in front of you. What do you want to do?
Just in case, like mechanically click long rest anyway, even if you
Mhm.
didn't spend anything,
Yeah,
because it regenerate hit dice.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So if you never click long rest when you after a while
yeah.
you will have the wrong amount of
Hit
hit
dice.
die.
Yeah.
And so for now, as I wake up, usually since like the past month, basically it has been all action. I've always activated instantly the intelligence and strength mutagens just to be ready. But right now, I will only activate the intelligence one
Mm-hmm.
and see what happens.
Okay. What about Princess Elizabeth?
I'll start packing for New Crystal.
Mhm.
I'll take a diamond in case we need to sell it.
Okay. What about Elizabeth? Nelly, you there?
Yeah, I did mention that I wanted to give the battle axe to Lester. Just
Uh-huh.
tell him to um yeah, uh take it as a symbol of strength.
Okay. He's actually there as you wake up, so if you'd like to give it to him now, you can.
Yeah, I will give it to him and tell him our plan of going to New Crest Hill to handle some things.
Okay. He grabs
Ignore,
it and it's a
ignore
little.
the whispers.
Yes.
He grabs it and it he adjusts to it. You can see him muscles flexing. He's not like the big like
Yeah.
Olympus kind of bodybuilder, but he's like a really fit guy.
Yep.
Like an Olympic swimmer is more to his body. Uh, he holds up things. Ma'am, thank you. If you're sure, I don't. I would hate to impose. If you're sure you'd like to give this to me, I'll wield it with pride and with honor, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, just remember it that continue to be responsible. I'm
Yes,
very
ma'am.
proud of you. Yeah. And also, when I told him about my plans to go handle things in New Crest Hill,
Hmm.
I will tell him, should I? I guess I'll tell him that I'm going to try to get some periodic delivery of salt and what
Spices.
spices
Hmm.
to New
General too.
Crest. Yeah.
All
Er,
right.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, ma'am. I'm sure I don't know what to do with it, but I'm sure we can have some people who figured it out.
Yes.
If you think it'll improve the lifestyle we have here in Shadowsong Valley, then that's what we're gonna do.
We will use it at least as a we'll try to see if it can improve things. At the very least, if we have guests, we will have food that has that will be appealing to them.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. All right. He goes off, and you can see his axe, like he's holding it. He's holding it with pride. He holds it closer to the axe head, similar to what Brackmar usually does, so that it doesn't bump into things. And you see that as he's walking out of the door, there's a stride of pride coming for him. Like, yeah, that's right. I'm the
Uh,
big boss here, so.
just
He
don't
deserves
start
it.
chopping everyone now. We come back to like hit on pikes.
What happened? We've only been gone for an hour.
He is the new bad guy now.
He's gonna start using it for everything.
Uh,
Like he needs to dig, he's gonna take it sideways. He's gonna need to put a nail in, he's gonna put it backwards.
Use the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, you're now
Okay.
in the dining table. You've pretty much finished your food. You're free to do whatever you want.
Oh, everyone ready for New Quest Hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will,
Grab
Where?
will we
Ragnar.
be teleporting again?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you didn't hit yet then.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean it's like portals, right? You
Oh, it's
warp us.
not. No, it's not. We have full control over where we want to go most of the time.
Yeah, I
It's
suppose you know how to teleport that is where we teleported from in New Crest Hill looks like, right? You know how to get there? Did
Yes.
wasn't he taught by what's the
Cliffs.
face?
The lady.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
he was shown the teleportation circle, but now we're not using that. We're using a teleport,
Teleport.
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I can teleport you guys. We can teleport to the Golden Goblet.
If you think
Yeah.
you can, I would sure. The Golden Goblet would also
Uh,
be nice.
we don't know what kind of people or agents in general are looking into us. Maybe it's best to teleport in a place where nobody can see us. That way we don't reveal the information that we are able to teleport as a group.
What about the university? It's in the middle of an island, so
Wasn't
we
it
may
in
have to take a.
ruins?
Yeah.
I mean, we can teleport to the entrance where we can see the ruins in all of its glory, and
How about we can still go into the Golden Goblet, but instead of being teleporting in the middle of it where clientele is, just go in the
One of the
uh,
rooms.
yeah, the basement where
Did they
Golden
we're
have a
Goblet
actually
has.
basement?
hiding.
No,
Yeah,
that was Silver Spoon. That has the basement where it connected to the sewers.
then do that. It's perfect. Even less people to see.
Okay then.
All right.
Also, aren't there monsters down there? There were
No,
monsters down there.
they should. They probably kept the door to the sewers closed, right? If I remember correctly, they since they were like affiliated with the mafia, they had a connection to the sewers, right?
But
In their basement.
that doesn't mean that the monsters are gone from
That's
the
where we got
basement.
the boxes, was it?
Yeah, that's where we got the box with the tiefling sharp in it.
I guess.
You
Uh,
could even Ragnarok was not here for it, but you could teleport to like the
the
central
house in the
thing.
slums.
No, the central thing in the sewers where we saw eggs, like monster eggs.
That
No, wait, we could
uh,
travel to that place. Do you guys remember where we used to take refuge in the slums,
yeah,
in the
yeah, that's what I
abandoned
was
house?
thinking. The one where Frigis was traumatized and like. Ah.
Good time.
Yeah, good times.
Slums and
Yeah.
shit, yes.
I guess you could. I mean, yes, you probably
All
could.
right.
And we can see if we
I
can make that our permanent spot. It's
I
ours
reach
now.
on I reach to the two of you and then
I take my sword in both hands. I'm like, it used to be a mafia hideout. It will probably going back to be a mafia hideout, just a different gang. So I'm just ready with the sword.
and could you imagine their faces like, oh, we're about to do this evil deed, and then there's this man, and then there's three mofos jumping out of nowhere. Anyway, I touched
All
it.
right.
I reach out to two of you, and then
You
there's
teleport.
this soft breeze gathering, and then there's a portal appears behind all three of us, and then it pulls us in, and then we teleport to the dusty, maybe infested with mafia gang hideout.
As we're pulled through the portal, I said, you lied. It is a portal.
All right. Make a D100 for your teleport roll. This is
Portals.
considered a very familiar situation since you stayed
30.
there for a few nights.
38.
Okay,
Back
you're
in
on
hell.
target. You're on target. You're on target. With a 38, you feel yourself get twisted as you get pulled into this portal, and it's never a pleasant experience to go through portals, although you do get acclimated to somewhat. It's not as hard as it was the first time, although it feels weird, like you're being torn apart into multiple pieces until eventually you could see almost like from afar in a fisheye lens, like the image of a room in a 3D setting, and you're all slowly crashing in towards it when all of you suddenly feel like your body take impact on the foot. And you look around, it's still the crap hole that it was originally.
Still
And you
empty.
find three people sleeping inside that all jump up into life where you come in. It doesn't have the scent of like the rotten corpse down there because you didn't leave them, but yeah, it's pretty dirty, it's pretty dank. It looks mustier than it was originally, and it smells like a mixture of pee and poop from these three hobos just staying in here. And they all look at you as you arrive
Ew!
here.
It's like holding
Ew!
my stomach from the teleport, and it's like, well, it's not a hideout anymore, just a
Place for hobos to gather.
squat. Yeah.
I try asking them. Has there been any armed men in this house the last few days?
Arm man, arm man, arm man, arm man. They start singing like in a tune of what you're saying. Arm man, arm man.
Okay.
They're without even an insight roll, you can see they're high on something.
We should
I,
go.
That
I
does
shift
not
my
look
sword.
natural. Okay.
I am like I already everything was already packed on me because I don't want things to get lost with my pouch and everything. I'm gonna make it even tighter because we're like in the slums, and hide my sword because it's probably very
Oh yeah, I just remember
it
that
will
my
jump to
cloak
the eye.
is my
Okay.
cloak is extremely white.
Yeah.
Gilded gold.
It's
Like
gold.
gilded onto the side with
Oh
gold. Yeah,
my god.
Oh my god.
We're in the slums trying to be inconspicuous, and you have the full pimp dress, like high collar, gold everywhere.
All right, so just to put you in perspective, you guys are right over here, somewhere here on this area. If you don't remember, this place is called the Ratways. It's on the west end, pretty much like in between a border between this and the market district above you. and majority of it feels the same. Although you do see more faces here now. None of the faces from before you remember. They all look pretty awful. And as soon as you come off from this small house in the middle of nowhere, you come off into like a small alleyway. Uh, it's very similar to the scene of like Harry Potter in the Diagon Alley, like the
Uh-huh.
very wretched, very dirty space. And there's a lot of people here who are just sort of living, and you can even see that they've got like small plates of tin that are just junk at this point, but they're formed it together to make houses. And as you're walking by, they sort of extending their hand towards you. You could feel the occasional hand grabbing onto your sleeve, but you're able to push past it without much effort as they're all pretty weak and hungry. Um, you can still make your way through towards the entrance. If you remember, the entrance to the Ratway is here. The area where you are right now is over here. If you go past that area, there was this old shack that was used as a hideout that you visited before. But right now, if you're going towards the path that leads you back into the safe spaces of West End, you assume it would take you 15 more minutes. All eyes are on you, but it doesn't seem like there's any interesting individual here aside from your common poor pauper thug slash criminal.
Okay. I kind of forgot to send sending to the merchant last night, so I asked Bridges if she wants to go to a magic shop and try to find her new focus, her thousand
New
dollar focus.
focus. I mean, let's let's not do that for now. I think it's important that we should focus on our task, and then if there's any time left, we can go shopping later. Also, I don't like being watched. I kind of forgot that we are going incognito, and I'm wearing full white with gold.
We're not going incognito. I mean, even if we were, we would fail. I didn't have the you
Pretty
didn't
sure.
say the like the description of the robe, but yeah, that's a full pimp dress, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm a high wizard, like collar up to here.
Pretty
Maybe the only
sure.
wizard left.
Thanks to Enderil, we are probably also well recognized as heroes here.
You two are noble, so I think yeah, we just go to the main street and then just go straight to the center city, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm, okay. You're able to move past here. It doesn't seem like you draw attention that is out of the ordinary. It's not like there's a big sinister evil guy peering down through you. But you do draw attention to yourselves that literally all of these guys are looking at you. Uh moving past closely enough, they try to pocket you, but they're not able to. I actually rolled for sleight of hand on
Thank
two,
God.
and none of them were able to steal anything from any of you guys. And you're able
I
to make
will
it.
sorry, I will just like walk 5 feet behind Frigis and Lisbeth, just
Mhm.
act like their bodyguard, because
Okay.
I'm probably the less fancy and
Yeah,
not
for
a
sure.
noble,
Mhm.
and I don't want to be seen as fancy or noble. So I'm just
Okay.
like uh, in my yeah.
We are
How
Meanwhile,
we used to do it basically.
Mhm. All right.
meanwhile, Fridges and her
we are on
full ass
our
suit.
Yeah.
besides
Walking like this.
Uh-huh. Nelly, you were saying something?
besides meeting the merchant, are we doing anything else?
Oh, looking for information, maybe, just in
Okay.
case there are any surviving libraries in the city.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So eventually you exit back into West End. You exit out of Ratway into like the main street of West End, and from here, it seems relatively quiet. You remember the last time you were here, there was a big bazaar going on, but that since then isn't a thing, and it's pretty much people keeping mind to their own business. The West End
Uh,
entrance is.
so
Go ahead.
I'm not sure. Do we need to go through a different district? Can't we go directly to the like
Center,
the
no,
middle part?
no.
Oh,
Okay.
In the map 1, 9, and 2 are all entrances towards the Citadel.
1, 9, and
Yeah,
2.
I see. I thought we were in one. No?
Yeah, you are in one right here. So you can go directly towards the citadel if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You just go to the main street on one and then go straight
Mhm.
into the middle.
Yeah.
Because yeah, as Lisbeth was saying, it's like we go to the merchant, and like we negotiate for the whole day, and
Mhm.
any other plans we have, it's basically things that are like linked to research,
Mhm.
and asking him where to look first would probably save us a lot of time anyway.
Okay.
I'll send a
So
All right.
sending to give him a heads up that we are in town and hoping to meet him.
Okay. He responds basically with, "All right." That's all you hear as a
Okay.
response towards your sending.
Where's
You can
my
pass by here.
spells?
From here, you pass by the.
Pass by there? Okay.
I'm trying to remember. From here, you do pass by the Golden Goblet, and on the opposite side of the street is the Silver Spoon, and you can make your way down towards the Citadel. The only thing you notice from the Golden Goblet that wasn't there before is there seems to be a big event celebrating uh Februar, like at the end of the month, which basically means everybody gets a free drink once.
Oh,
Uh, and you assume that's maybe like 3 days away from now. And you go towards the path, you find yourself towards the citadel. The guards are there with the classic halberds, and they motion to put an X, like preventing your path until they eventually recognize Lisbeth and Frigis, and they stand in attention and they both wave their arms at you and salute as you enter. It's a very long bridge, which you already know, but you eventually arrive back into the middle. And from here, you can see long tables that people are using to pretty much just handle the the jurisdiction. No, the basically the people who were judged guilty or not, whether they go down into the prison or go up somewhere else.
The court.
Uh, yeah, it's something like a court. I used a term for it. I just lost all my notes for that. Not a jury, but anyway, the legislative area. So this is the legislative area that you have, and you pass by, and you have the elevator, and the elevator is like the pulling chain still, and they have the entrance come here. It looks like, as you mentioned towards the merchant that you'd be coming, one of the servants downstairs was able to help you. It's a shy lady. You've met her before, and she's the very timid, shy lady, and she mentions, Welcome back. We're glad to have you again." And she starts opening the elevator and gestures you towards, "Lord Gillingham is waiting for you." And she closes the door. Tick, 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 tick. You arrive back onto the second floor. And from here, you see this really sharp red-haired individual, spiky up top, looking at you, and he says, "You've seen him before. He's the assistant to Lord Gillingham that has always been very arrogant, but helpful. Very loud, not arrogant, and helpful." He says, "Well, I'm glad you guys are back here. Anything I can do for you? Lord Gillingham's waiting for you. I can assist and take you back in there right now."
alright.
Okay.
I guess we're going in to see him immediately.
Right, right. Just give me. I forgot his accent. Just give me a couple of moments, yeah. I'll take care of it, and I'll prepare that you guys can enter right away.
Okay.
And two doors open, and you can see from the hall, very beautiful, very big. There's a table now in front of him, and Lord Gillingham has the chair facing away from you, classic boss style. And as you come closer, it swivels towards you,
Cat on
and
lap.
he not a cat actually. He welcomes you and he says, "Welcome back. It's been a long time since I've seen you." And he has a small youngling dragon onto his hand.
Oh, it's the egg!
"I heard you would be coming. Is there anything I can do for you?"
That's a very interesting pet you have.
"I'm glad you think that. It is all because of what you've done from when you saved us from the underhand, from the Black Hand."
I assume it. Then I assume it has been going very great for you.
"Well,
No time is without its troubles, but yes, the smuggling of children and of the arcane have since then stopped. I take it your trip to Taruga was a success?
Yes, we have gathered yet another pieces of the puzzle.
I see.
There are probably there were I wouldn't say it went too great. There might be some rumors coming in,
Mm-hmm. And what
and
is it that I might help you with today?
yes. For today, we actually have a proposal for you.
Interesting.
Yes, we have come into possession of a diamond source of sorts or gem. Yes, is it only diamond that they
Diamond.
found?
It
Diamonds.
seems
Yeah.
to be diamonds,
Mm.
yes. Well, there's also
Yes.
tin and copper, which is
Mm.
like an iron
Aside,
mine, but
yeah. Okay. Yes, a little source of diamond, and they're currently being mined. We
I
were
see.
hoping to,
Lease you the rights to the
yes,
monopoly
to work
and the
together with
reduction
you.
they proposed to us.
And
To them, sorry.
Yeah,
and of course you would expect me to ask, where is the source of diamonds that you found
on our land.
on your land? Ah,
Yes, Shadowvale
the
Song.
now I believe is called, yes, Shadowville Estate.
Shadowsong Vale. What is it?
Shadow Song Estate, yes, that is
Yes.
correct. Well, that is fortunate. I'm glad that fortune is now beginning to tide onto your favor.
Thank you.
And I cannot guarantee that I'm much of a businessman in terms of jewelry, but I'm sure there's some deal to be made. What do you have in mind, and how regular the source can you provide me with a batch of diamonds, and at what rate?
I look to Ragnarok for help.
Uh,
I was
Miss,
thinking
could
about
you could you send
70.
a message to
The dwarves.
To the dwarves?
yes
Okay. To Glory Depth.
Glorian date, yes.
What would you like to
Ask
ask?
what the how often can he make shipments?
Okay.
What
Um,
what he just asked basically.
okay.
What was the rate?
Yes. I will message to
You mean
Glory
sending?
Depth, Lisbeth
Sending.
here. Um,
Yeah. As she tries, as she begins to like
Guardian
cast
Depth.
and
Mhm.
exchange with him, I'm gonna like go from the like bodyguard position to the front and
Mhm.
start
Yep.
taking
We
care of
are
the boring
we are
stuff.
switching places. I'm the bodyguard now.
All right.
Fancy bodyguard I have. Yeah, I'm gonna start like explaining. Well, what they want for their estate is basically, and they have the arrangement with the dwarves,
Mhm.
which gives them, sorry, access to the full stock
Mhm.
at half price,
Mhm.
and not since they are not willing to deal with that economic aspect, they want to sell those rights
Mhm.
for part of the cut,
Mhm.
and which is a roundabout way of collecting taxes, basically,
Mhm. Yeah.
and be paid in money, if possible, priority and reduced access to different tools they might need,
Mhm.
uh, and food, spice, and salt shipments as part of the pay.
Okay. He accepts all of the terms, and uh, he basically just comes down to, if that was to be that they buy it at 50% price, how much of that cut would go to you, and
No,
for
they
example, the
can't buy it
shipment of
at 50% because if they buy it at 50%, we have no profit.
No, he was saying the dwarfs sell it to us at 50%,
Yep.
Mm,
and now he wants to know how much of that 50% we want.
yeah. Because he's going to
What?
be buying the whole stock every time.
Yes.
And how much
Yeah.
of that percentage would go to you? Is he
Mm,
asking for like a? He begins to ask, are you asking for 10%, 15%?
Uh, and could Ragnar try to know what a good rate would be?
is 20% okay?
Make a history check since you read quite a lot and there's a lot of politics involved, so maybe you
Uh,
would know.
yeah,
Yes.
basically he's trying to land on a cut that would
Mhm,
guarantee someone doing it
mhm,
and their business partner not being a stingy fuck about it.
mm,
Basically, enough of a cut for the merchant so
mhm,
that they actually don't have to worry about it since that's what they want.
mhm.
That's what I'm trying to get. So history?
Yeah.
I don't have my advantage mutagen, so it's
But yeah, that's my message. It's
Yeah,
about
hikes. So that's
21.
who. Okay.
12.
Where's your message?
In the chat.
Master Glendath, I'm regarding the damage of how much can you produce regularly? Please reply in your mind. What are you doing inside my mind? But practically, I can provide, depending on the luck, and let's pretend that's all 25, probably provide you with one giant gemstone to four in a month. It all depends on the stroke of luck each time we gather all the stones in here. But
So
I suspect we can continue to mine down the shaft for at least a good 24 moons before we run out of these diamonds.
okay, so about 1 to 4.
1 to 4 per month, depending on luck. And he assumes at least 2 years before this whole vein runs dry.
Okay, well, I will inform him that. And I assume he means the diamonds are about the size that he gave us, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always going to be an estimation of like
Yep. So
750
I
at
will
least.
show him one of the diamonds that I mean, I will show him all four
Mhm.
to let him see the
Did
consistency
you
of it.
bring all four? I think Lisbeth brought one. I think
No,
I
Frederick
it's
brought
brought
it's
one.
in
one.
my bag. They're all in
Okay,
the
all
bag.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay. Uh, of
To let
course.
him see the consistency of it.
Okay, Gillingham is of course definitely impressed by the sheer size of it. He expected multiple small stones, not
Yes.
gigantic nuggets the size of a face.
Yes, and
And
I
he's
keep
like,
mentioning mine brewer diamonds, because
that's very
it's the
impressive, I must say.
yes.
As she does, I'm also like lost because I'm trying to remember and I can't. So what I'm gonna do is like give him what they want, which
Mhm,
is actually physically not caring about it and
mhm,
making it happen.
mhm,
So enough of a cut so that all of the charges of exchange is on the
mhm.
merchant,
Yeah.
and basically trust him on like figuring a cut out.
Mm.
Okay.
'Cause I
So
can't,
let's
I
so
don't
let's
know.
pretend for simplicity's sake, if
Yeah.
he's buying everything at 50%, so he's gonna make a 50% profit out of everything when he resells it.
Mhm.
Uh, he's definitely not gonna want anything more than 20, and 20 would be really lucky
Yep.
because he's practically running the whole thing. So there's
Yes.
no way he'd be doing it 50-50 with you. If you were to get a 10%, 15% cut from that on a regular basis, practically for free, since you're not going to be doing anything,
Mm.
plus the shipment of food and spices, well, spices and salt, uh, a 10 to 20% is a good range, but you'd have to really debate with that. Realistically, if you fail, you expect a 5% sort of
All right.
coming back into it.
I would go with um, if I think about it, would 10% be enough to at least cover the food that the what do you call them?
The
10% would
dwarves.
technically be 350, 35 gold?
About 33 gold, yeah. If it's about 750. So per month, if he sells only one diamond, you'd get 32 gold realistically. To put it into perspective, that's about, oh bro, I don't know dollars, but for Boom at least it's 32,000 baht, so about $1,000 a month.
Which would be enough to cover what they eat, kinda, right?
Mm, not for everyone.
No, I
If you
mean
want like zero.
for the dwarfs, cover the dwarfs eat.
Oh yeah, yeah, at least.
Yeah, because that was is the most important to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, So about 10 to 12%, and then on top of that, spice and salt.
Yeah.
Would that be
But
all
you'd
right?
have.
I look to Ragnar.
Is that what you're offering to Gillingham already, or are you talking this amongst yourselves?
I will be talking to Ragnar.
Yeah.
And I think asking for 12.5% with the food, spice, and salt included in those 12% is, if he accepts, we should be lucky because that's already what he deems fair, and on top of that, we are um, charging him with the buying, shipping, and keeping track of those food. So, in other words, if he accepts 12.5% and he takes care of the food, that's a very big good deal because that's a lot of work for like 0.5%, like 2.5%,
All right.
which
Then
is
you can.
yeah. What Ragnarok has tried to do for you basically is just he knows you don't want to deal with it and
Mm-hmm.
you don't have anybody you trust that could deal with it, so that's like first
Yeah.
priority. Second is the dwarfs have enough to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and that solution would like fix both of those easily because he would have
You
enough of a cut to agree.
for reference sake, you assume like a month is about 15 gold for dwarves if you're
Okay.
talking about food.
All right.
So he would get a 37.5% of the profit. We would get 12.5, but like he does everything literally. He
Yes.
like
It
I.
becomes
take
passive income.
yes.
Mm, I. Yeah. I think Lisbeth is very agreeable to that. She does not have like very big grandiose plans to hoard money. She just wants things to run well.
Yeah.
You don't want to
But
worry
who's
about you
gonna
guys.
pitch it? It's the persuasion
Yes.
check that I need to see.
Yeah.
I
I
will,
got
Uh,
as we
4.
discuss, I'm like gonna like rub my like mustache, I guess, and like go a bit. Wait, did I switch that mutagen out? No,
Just
I
so you
didn't.
know.
I'm gonna like bite my arm for a
okay.
second, and to
Bite in
activate.
front of
Yeah,
Gillingham.
no,
Maybe
no, just yeah. Like I'm like he's like behind me. I'm gonna like as if I'm like doing that, and then like go a bit down to yeah. And yeah, I only had one mutagen going, which was the intelligence,
intelligence one, yeah.
as I said, and now I'm gonna activate the alluring one,
Hmm.
so the one that gives advantage on charisma checks
Okay, all right.
and disadvantage on initiative roll. So I hope not to roll that one.
All right.
Okay.
With the situation, he tends to discuss like, all right, everything sounds good and well, but we must discuss the rates. For me, I'm willing to go at about this rate, and his original price is that he gains 40% of it.
Hmm.
Well, actually 45% of it, and you can argue against it. So if you'd like to roll a persuasion check,
Yep.
Okay. Would we roll or
no need, only for the main person really discussing. If you're
okay.
trying to help him, like you can give him
Yeah, I
advantage,
will give
maybe.
him a help. I mean, he already has advantage.
Yeah.
Cause honestly, my charisma is -1.
All
Uh,
right, then
I'm just
probably
in the
not
back.
not
I- I'm
involved.
I'm just in the
I'm the
back
best
reading
one.
spell books.
Okay.
Mm.
With a plus zero, I rolled an 8 with
Okay.
advantage.
With an 8, he goes, including all the prices of the food and the travel and the covering of your spice and salt. I believe that I would come across a 10% rather agreeable then.
Would that still be enough for the
Yeah,
covering the dwarfs and then some?
you would be earning 32 gold, and you 15 gold is all the dwarves need.
So I'm gonna like
For
turn to
food.
Lisbeth and say, "It's pretty good."
17 gold profit per month,
I
basically.
I I nod and I tell the um Lord Gillingham, uh, if I trust in you, we have been through a lot together. In
Mhm.
fact, the land is also um from part of our agreement. So I will defer to your judgment for this time.
Okay. All right.
And yes, I think
70
at
All right.
least
gold is
for the next 2
actually
years
like
it
a
will be
lot.
good.
All right, then it sounds good to me. I'll be providing you with a shipment. I'll also provide the selling of management of the materials, the diamonds as well. Then I will give you 10% of the profit and I will keep the 40 remaining.
Okay.
And of course, I trust that this person is of good repute. And I refer to this mine brewer character. Right. So then I will have my instead of monthly because it's such a long time, we'll do weekly. He can provide you with 1 to 4 stones per week, which makes a lot of sense, especially
Okay.
with how long away you were. So I'll send you a cart every week by the end of the week to pick up and to also trade for supplies, giving you your spice, and I will be taking the diamonds for sale. And I will also reimburse you. Basically, he says like he'll do the management. He'll give you pay at the end of
Yep.
the week every time.
It
I
would
start
be
every
very
week with
helpful. Yeah.
rations, and then he goes back with diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It will
But he
be
only
very.
offers salt and spices, not actual food, right?
Yeah. Salt
Yeah.
and spices and money.
Yeah.
Okay. I would tell Lord Gillingham it will be very helpful if you have the same person to handle it all the time, because
Of course.
I don't believe the Durgars would be interested to have to communicate with different people all the time.
All right,
Do
then.
let me know
Understood.
the name of the person so I could let them know early on.
Hmm. Right now, I'm unaware, but I'm sure I can have one of my mages send you a spell informing you of the individual's information.
All right, thank you.
Well done. Would you like me to send one now, currently, or would you like to wait until the end of this week?
The end
We
of
can
this
wait.
week would be fine.
Very well. Then I should set it off to the end of this week. And the dragon, sort of like onto his lips, he starts growing for a quill and parchment. It slides up onto his neck and just ends up right
Yay.
over here.
Yeah, and
It's a green dragon,
I
right?
take back all
It's a
four
green dragon.
diamonds to keep.
All right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I send one more. Um, no, I think before I send another message to the dwarfs, I would probably discuss with Ragnarok and Frigis on how to inform them
All right.
if there's anything she should be wary of mentioning.
Okay.
All this tiptoeing
Business talks.
Uh,
is.
I'm not very an expert in talking to people, as you've seen, but maybe I know that what generally always helps, as long as you're not lying, is presenting things in a good light.
Yes.
Which now would be you don't have to bother with other people, which you probably don't
Mm,
want to. Neither do we, and we found you someone that will buy your entire stock every single week at the price you offered to us.
mm.
Just
Yes.
leave it at that.
Yeah. I think yes, I will probably inform that. I'll do it later on today.
Okay. All right.
Basically, I want to tell them that we found someone who will be able to manage for us.
Okay.
Mm,
All right. Okay. Sounds good.
mm.
Y- let's pretend you spent about 4 hours doing that, so time is now past noon. You're late into the afternoon. You could do one
Oh,
more activity before we wrap up the session.
yes. Does Frigis want to ask the question to Lord Gillingham
Oh
about?
right.
Yes. So
Oh
before we
right.
leave,
Fine.
there's a
All
question.
right. Finally, when the business talk is done.
Close book.
Regis the
Huh?
whole time was
Right.
sipping my
It's my
Fortnite.
turn now.
She just has enough time for a trance, so just wakes up. Oh,
I might do arcade recovery then.
Yeah, sure.
I'll take that as a short rest.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll ask Lord Gillingham if he has any leads regarding to the fourth gemstone.
I'm afraid I have no lead. My
Any
archmate,
any big monoliths?
so far there have been none that have appeared since your last departure. My archmage is still deciphering most of what is remaining from the old church, but they have been restored and they have been purified. But aside from that, most of it is still unbeknownst. I believe his granddaughter would maybe, mayhaps know something about them. I know she's taken quite a keen interest after your departure, so possibly she would be the person you talk to.
Oh, the granddaughter of the old wizard, old
Rise.
senile wizard.
Rice.
That is correct.
Yeah. Um, Rizu is the uncle. Amberley is the girl. Was it?
Yeah, Amberley.
Yes, that's correct. Lady Amberley.
The one that made
Oh,
friend with and they were that will not be coming back.
oh right, yeah, right. Dang.
Didn't they promise to each other to like come back since they were like both noble or something? Ooh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Uh, uh, thank you, Lord Gillingham. I'll check that out later.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I'd like to continue on with the work. And his dragon tries to move towards you playfully, not in an evil way, but like when children sort of run at something recklessly. The dragon tries to do the same thing towards the three of you, and he pulls him back and says, "Atlas, calm down, boy." And he
Oh,
puts him
that's
back.
cute.
And well, if you don't mind, I'd like to continue on, and I'd set arrangements for you by the end of the week.
I'm
Well, have a great day, and may fortune be in your favor.
Have a great day to you as well.
All right. You still have one more time to visit a major activity before we wrap the session.
Do you want to
Whether
buy
it's
stuff? Your thingy for scrying?
I think we should like bother his assistant and then like Frigis can ask or he's probably
We
the one
can
that does the day-to-day merchant-to-merchant stuff. And since you want to buy stuff, that's probably you should probably ask him.
buy stuff.
like your
Yeah,
focus, I think.
yeah, like focus stuff,
I don't really need a
recipes for
focus.
me, I guess.
I don't really need a. Oh right, I need a cookbook.
Oh yeah, I wanted to find a dwarven cookbook.
All right.
We need a cookbook.
For brevity's sake,
Then
Oh, you don't.
for brevity's sake, you can talk to the assistant, and he refers you to the vault, a place he calls the vault, also known as the Arcanum, which is a place you've already visited before. It's the two salesmen, the Thatcher brothers, and he
Oh,
says that they are still here and they've had quite an influx of weird things. He hasn't seen one particularly about that, but that's the best place you can probably look.
will we go find? I think Lisbeth, you can go find cookbook. I'll go buy the holy water. That might be cheaper. Oh wait, but the holy water has to be of 1,000 silver anyway.
Um, you don't actually need the holy water, right? You just need something that costs 100 gold to use
I
as an arcane focus.
I think I
Yeah, it's one of
actually.
those. It's one of those. It's either a font of holy water or a focus or something else.
Oh,
Something to look at when you're scrying.
I'll
does your new cape count as a focus?
No.
no. I'll go. Oh, okay then.
But
Buy a
I'll go buy
$1,000
a crystal
mirror.
ball then.
Oh yeah, cool.
Okay. All right, you go towards, I'm assuming, the vault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you go towards the vault, and as you enter there, uh, they have a strange instrument that's been playing, and they have this. It's almost like a recorder, a music box, and it's playing across the room, and it has this very weird, distorted sound of going.
Hurdy gurdy.
Yeah, it's similar to the sound of a hurdy-gurdy, but it's a little bit more dissonant. It's not bad. It's just not something you're used to. And they're showing off
Interesting.
the things. And as soon as you come in, welcome, hello, please purchase one of our things. Make sure you buy two because the other one is half off. Because everyone knows two is better than one.
Yeah. Hello, it's been a while. I need a crystal ball for reasons, and then I'll take the music box.
Oh, that is great news. The crystal ball we have come in variants of 3. There is one worth 75, one worth 50, and worth 125 gold pieces. The last one, I promise you, is of great quality. They both have platinum sales, and they start going out of sales stock, blah, 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 blah. Just describing the crystal ball is fancy.
125 gold.
Yes, that is a great price. And if you purchase a second item, the second item will come off half off.
Do you have any
Uh,
other items to buy?
I do quite have a lot. I have a new export of sales. We have books that cover off all the martial training. Also, some arcane spell books here as well, offering you tips and training on how to achieve feats of the arcane. I also have here quite a new contraption. A fishing rod and what it calls a reel has some form of mechanical attachment so that you no longer have to fish with spears or bare hands. One more thing that I have here is a. Uh,
a
no, I do
halfling?
not. No, 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 no. I was trying to remember if I had it available here. Um, but yes, that is what we're offering currently. I'm sure that if you find something, it will be better half off. They also have some potions, lesser healing potion stock of 2, greater healing potion stock of 1, normal healing potion stock of 2.
When I was buying ingredients during like the 3 months downtime, I'm guessing I was going to them,
Yes,
so they remember me since I stock them every day.
that's true. That's true. Yes.
I will like both hands on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, the usual, please. Your
All
entire
right.
stock.
Where did you
All
come
right.
from?
All right. So they have restocked now. They have. I'll just send it to you. It's quite a few,
Yeah.
but basically it charges you for a total of about 15 gold pieces for the entire stock.
Yes.
All right. And then I'll just message to you later
Okay.
after the session.
I'm already
75,
removing the 15 gold.
The
Okay.
crystal ball of 75 gold is equal to 750 silver, right?
That's right. 750 gold in the normal game. But yeah, 750 silver.
Damn. Ragnar, do
So
you have any?
so you want the 120 and then find something really expensive to have a half off.
But usually
You
they'll
know
make
what?
the more expensive
I
item
I
full
pulled out a
price.
diamond. How much? How much can I buy with this?
For this, we must say this is not the best diamond we've seen. And of course, they're putting a sales talk. I think the best I can do, brother. You know what, brother? I think the best we can do is, and they both say in unison, 500 gold.
not. That's not its. That's not its value. It's 700 to 800 gold.
Wait, pause. You mean like 500 in like our currency?
Yes.
So it's like 5k.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
5,000. Which is normal diamond price.
So you could buy with 500 could buy the focus you need, and you have 380 left.
That's right.
I'll buy your
Economics.
whole shop.
Economics. This is why I flunk economics. I hate
Pretty
dealing
fun
with
in
prices.
D&D, not in real life.
So are you selling one?
Diamond.
They're willing to purchase it for 500.
Ragnar, what do I do?
I want to say BRB. I need to go to the toilet, and honestly, like I don't know, like buy everything, like all potion, all books. You probably have like 300 left.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't even have the things we can buy with that amount of money. So it's like just
You know
yoink.
what? You know what? I'll grab the crystal ball of 125. I'll grab the music box. I'll grab the books. I'll grab the potions.
Okay. Hold on. Let me check that out. Crystal ball. Okay, crystal ball, music player, books.
There's a total of 4 books, covering both special arcane abilities and martial training. A total of 4 books. I mean, there's
Mhm.
also one strange contraption. It's almost like a flintlock pistol, except it's got a wheel inside that you can sort of manually flip. It's a revolver, pretty much. A
What is
very
this?
a very prototype version of it. It's a pepper box. Uh,
Percy?
yeah, pretty much, pretty much. There are 2 lesser healings, two normal, 1 greater healing, and for other potions, they also have a potion of invisibility, a potion of shield of faith, and potion of comprehend languages.
Whoa. Portion of comprehend languages.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole stock that they have that is of any interest to you.
Mm.
I think with all of your money, if you were to trade in the diamond, you can achieve all of those.
I'll take it.
All right. Okay, so for the books they cover a book of a book of martial training Langort, and a book of. All right, I'm just putting down the books that are there.
And also a cookbook.
There is no cookbook.
There's no
Unfortunate.
cookbook, damn it!
There is no cookbook, unfortunately.
Damn it!
And you can afford all of those. Oh, sorry, that's too much.
Is there any language books about dwarves? I don't speak Dwarven.
Unfortunately,
Oh wait,
no.
I
There
speak
is a
Dwarven.
potion.
My bad.
Bruh, there is a
Bruh.
book
But then
of.
again, they are 600 years ago, so it'd probably be different.
The language may change.
Yes.
And the last book that you have is one that talks about Joachim Meyer, which is one of the guys you've met here before, which Brackmar trained with. It seems he's released a book that talks
Oh.
about grappling and close combat called Dagger Expert. So that's all the things you can buy of any interest, totaling onto the price of the diamond. So they say if they're gonna trade you this whole thing, if you give your diamond. 2 lesser potions, 2 normal potions, 1 greater potion, a potion of invisibility, potion of shield of faith, potion of comprehend language, and the 4 books plus a pepper box.
A pepper box.
Pepper box is in the gun, not pepper boxes in a box of peppers.
A box made of
Ortex, are you
pepper.
there?
If you accept that, they're gonna take everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take all of that if you
What is
pay
the
with a diamond chunk.
what is the cost? I mean, total value of the things we're getting?
It's rough to
500
say for
each.
sure, but they're basically saying all of this for the diamond.
Seems like a really good deal to me. We have
Granted,
more.
we are
I
getting
mean,
it for free.
except if we TPK every session from now on, we should have more than enough diamond to last us
I
forever.
mean, we need a
So
$5,000 diamond, right?
for what?
I mean, we need a $300 diamond for
No, a
resurrection.
30. So with one
Yeah, yeah.
diamond, you could revivify 10 times.
But we'll need to break it, don't we? I mean, I'm sure
Yeah, sure.
it
As the
will.
dwarves, it's gonna like break it in 10. Boom, 10 revivifies. Done.
Oh, okay.
They probably have a diamond pickaxe
Yeah.
at this point, like diamond tip pickaxe.
Diamond
Yeah.
armor?
Okay.
They're
Minecraft.
rolling
Take the diamond.
Minecraft theme park. The whole thing.
Yeah.
You can see them
How
with like
much
the
diamond they
diamond
have.
swords now.
Yeah.
But basically, for a reference, this would be about. I can't convert it quickly into dollars, but it seems like a lot because you are giving a diamond worth 750 gold pieces. For Boom, that you're giving a diamond that's worth like 750,000 baht.
Mm.
So it's almost like a million baht. Almost like I don't know how to convert it to dollars quickly mentally, but
it's fine.
it's a lot. So
Like a shit ton, basically.
practically, yeah.
I mean, Yeah.
I'll carry this home.
I don't mind the line gourd and maybe the other potions to try to reverse engineer them.
Mhm.
Plus, I already have a potion of invisibility from them,
Mhm.
so I could try to reverse engineer. And if I don't fail on the first one, we'll have one already made to use.
Your call. So do you deal or no deal?
Yeah, I just give him the diamond and take
Okay.
it.
All right. So for brevity's sake, because you also need to discuss on who or what it goes where logistics, we're gonna end the session here, and then
Okay.
you guys can talk on the chat on how you want to distribute the stuff.
Okay.
So what will the party do? Where will they go? How will they find the last gemstone? Will the business venture will it be successful? We're gonna find out next time when we play again.
Okay.
Thank you for playing tonight, guys.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
Pretty fun.
Sure.
Bye bye.
Yes.
This is
Oh,
just
so
like real life
businessy.
when I'm in a meeting. I let the adults do the business talking. I'm just sitting.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just here, I suppose.